Welcome to a new Minecraft modern house tutorial. So this one is a little bit bigger than usual, but as long as you look at the reference images I'm about to show you and follow along very slowly, you can get this tutorial very easily. Additionally, if you're wondering why this is built out of birch wood, you can actually just swap out the birch wood that I state in the tutorial for oak wood planks. It's the same exact build. And these are the reference images that I'm talking about. Come back and look at these images if you ever get confused with what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure this is going to help you much more out than my blabbling mess. But without further ado, let's jump right in. So welcome back to this modern house tutorial, and this one is a bigger one, so if you have any trouble, refer to the reference images and that should help you out. So let's start with our birch wood planks. We're going to start by building 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and then placing wood in these holes. Next, we're going to use our block of quartz and build across on this side, starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to build across 1, 2. Then over here, we're going to add some blocks. We're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what we're going to do is on this side, we're going to build across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then what we're going to do now is over here. Now that we've done that, we're going to start from here and we're going to build all the way across to this point here. So on the fourth block, we're going to build one here and then we're going to take it all the way across like this. Then in the middle here, there should be a 2-block gap and we're just going to fill that in with grass. So as you can see, now that that's filled in with grass, along here is where we're going to be placing ourselves some blocks. We're going to be placing ourselves some black stained glass panes. So we're going to place them along this block right here, like this. And then along right here, along this edge, we're going to place up 1, 2, 3, 4. Then along here, along the ground, what we're going to do is we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So going along the ground, we're going to destroy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then going up to here, we're going to add 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fill that in. And then what we now need to do is along here, we're going to add 7 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then along here, we're going to add 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So that should all line up. The next thing we want to do now is we want to continue on this corner design. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from here and we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. Then building along here, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. Then building up, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. Building across, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, 1, 2, 3. And basically just following this path that we just did on the bottom around the here. So we're just going to build this across so it fills the bottom and then build this across like that. And then that is what we should have just there. So now that we've done that area just there, we're now going to move over to this area right here. And we're going to start building. We're going to start building 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks like that. Then we're going to go across over to here. And then we're going to go add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. 8 blocks actually, my bad. So in total it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on this block right here, this final block, the 9th one, we're going to build up by 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. I don't know why I did a huge gap there, but that's 5th block should be there. Then what we're going to do is from this point to that point, we're going to join this up along the ground. Then along here, we're going to add ourselves some quartz. But what we also need to do is we need to leave a space for the pool. So in order for us to leave space for the pool, what we are going to do is we're going to firstly, of course, start from the edge. And starting from the edge, we're going to add 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to keep doing that all the way along the edge here. Like this. And then along the edge here, we're just going to add another layer of quartz. And then in this final area here, this is where the water is going to be. So we're just going to place some quartz in here. So let's just set 251. And then along here, we're just going to actually place our water. As you guys can see, the pool is right there. Then what we're going to do is around the edge, starting from this point right here. In fact, starting from the edge of the pool, we're going to go all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, all the way around, and then connect this to this point here. Connect that to that block. Then what we need to do now is we need to, of course, build this across. So what we need to do now is we need to add ourselves our birch planks. We're going to add 2 birch planks here, and we're going to keep this all the way until this point right here. And then right here, we're going to add birch slabs. Just 2 there, as you guys can see. And then the next thing we're going to do is in this area, small area here, we're going to keep adding ourselves blocks of quartz. So I'm going to place 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, just up until the black glass right there. And then as you guys can see so far, we've basically done the majority of the front part. The next part we're going to do now is we're going to extend this block out by an additional 20 blocks. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So as you guys can see, it should join up with this point right here. And then along the ground in this area here, we're going to add ourselves the birch planks. So following this pattern, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. So as you can see, now that that is done, the next step for us to do now is for us to continue on with this build. So we now need to add this front area here, the side area here, and fill out this area here. So for this front area, what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, extend this build out. So we're going to add a pillar of quartz like this. And then, of course, along the top here, we're going to add another pillar, just going all the way along the back, just like that. Then along the ground, we're going to extend this out by 1. So with our quartz, we're going to extend this out. And then with the wood, once again, we're going to extend this out. So as you guys can see, now that we've done that, along the edge here, we're going to add 2 blocks. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we're going to go get our black stained glass panes. And then we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to fill this in like that. And then we're going to fill this in. And then here, what we're going to do is we're going to add 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to add 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then here, what we want to do is we actually want to get ourselves a glass block. And this is a glass stained black block. So we're going to place 3 here. And then on the edge here, as you guys can see, what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a door. And we got ourselves a door. And then we're going to place the door right here. We're going to place 2 doors, 1, 2. And then on this side right here, once again, we're going to place ourselves some black stained glass and place 1, 2, 3. Along the top here, 1, 2. And then, of course, along the edge here, we're going to add ourselves all the birch planks like this. There we go. There we go. And that's that part done, as you can see. The next part for us to do now is for us to come around this part here and then for us to fill this area in. So to make this easier, what we're going to do is this area in here, we're just going to fill it in with quartz. So starting here, build up all the way across to this point here and then fill this in with quartz like this. Fill this in. There we go. And as you can see, now that that area is filled in, the next step for us to do now is for us to add ourselves a wall of quartz. So along the edge here, we're going to add ourselves a wall of quartz. So we're going to start adding the wall here. And then we're going to build this wall up. Just like that. So that wall's up there now. And the next thing for us to do now is in this area here, we're going to add ourselves the birch planks. So add 2 birch planks like that all the way up. And then around the edge, what we're going to do is we're going to also add ourselves some more glass. Okay. So because this is a little bit confusing, the first thing we want to do before we add more glass is we want to extend out this entire thing. So starting here, what we want to do is we want to extend this out by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It should line up with this, connect this. And then in the middle here, all we want to do is we want to add ourselves some more quartz. So now that we've added ourselves our quartz there, as you guys can see, the next thing we want to do is we want to add ourselves some quartz continuing on to here. So bring this out, or in fact extend this 1, 2, 3, and then join this up 1, 2, 3. As you guys can see, this should leave a small hole right here, and this is where the tree is going to be placed. So what you want to do now is starting actually, hold on. Okay, yeah, we're doing it right. Okay, so starting right here, what we want to do is we want to extend this out, and we want to build this up like this. And then along the top here, we want to extend this out too. And then along the bottom here, we want to extend this out 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. So just like we did here. And then the next thing we want to do now is we want to add another block here actually, like that. So that's 4 blocks there. Sorry if that was a little confusing. And then now what we want to do is along this point here, we want to add ourselves wood. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then along here, we're going to add 1, 2, 3. And then so we want to build this up also. And then build this up also. All the way to the roof. Now, all you need to do now is connect this black stained glass pane all the way around the edge like that. So just join it up. So extend this out, extend that out, and then the point at where it meets, just place a block there. And of course, this is why it's much easier to add the roof first, because if we add the roof, we can just build it straight up. But we build the glass up as well. There we go. There we go. And then just keep building up this glass like this. There we go. Come on, come on, come on. It takes very slow to place. But yeah, as you guys can see, there we are. And the next thing we want to do is we want to, in here, as you guys can see, we want to add ourselves some quartz. So in this area right here, we want to add ourselves some quartz, but don't add any in that area. So along here, what we're going to do is we're going to extend this out like that. And then in this area here, we're going to add ourselves some quartz. Just basically closing off the roof. There we go. There we go. And as you guys can see, that is the roof part done. So as you guys can see, we've done the front part, mainly the front part. We're going to continue on. So in this area right here, what we want to do is we want to cut out an area for the plant. So what we want to do is we want to destroy 6 blocks. So 2, 2, and 2. And it should be the same as the top. And then get yourself some grass and then place it in here. And then we will build our tree in that place after. So now that this is done, in this area right here, what we want to do is we want to get ourselves a water bucket. And we're going to destroy this area down here. And we're going to place water in this area. Now, underneath this area, of course, what you want to do is you want to add yourself some quartz so that it actually looks nice too. Like that. There we go. And then in this area, of course, adding yourself quartz. There we go. Okay, let's continue. And yeah, there we go. Now that quartz is there, we're just going to add ourselves some water. There we go. Now that's done, as you guys can see, the front part is mainly done. The next part for us to do is pretty much the side part and then the top part. So over here, what we want to do, the entire thing starting here is 16 blocks. So we're going to add ourselves 14 blocks starting from here. So from here, if you're building, it needs to be 16 blocks. So counting from here, it's 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 blocks. And then we want to build this all the way up to the same height as this. Let's keep building this up. So now that that is done, as you can see, our next stage is to continue on this build. And what we're going to do is we're going to, of course, actually now build across the back part of this and then build across the back part of that. So for the back part of this, what we want to do is we want to take this all the way across and also take that all the way across. So starting from here, the total should be 21 blocks. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Should be 21, but it doesn't matter because it joins up with this part. So whatever this is, as long as it joins up here, it should be good. So with this point right here, we're going to join it up. So starting here, we're going to take this and we're going to join this up all the way along here. So we're going to join this up now. So now that that's done, the next thing for us to do now is for us to, of course, add ourselves the quartz along the ground. Now, to make this a lot easier, in this entire area here, we're going to have to add ourselves some quartz. Now, for you who don't have a mod to do this, this is going to take quite a bit of time, but I'm going to be able to do this quickly. So I'm going to just do this. So let's do this really quickly. There we go. I forgot what quartz is actually. Oh no, it's 155. Okay, so I got that. Okay, let's continue to add quartz all the way in every gap along the floor. Okay, and there we go. So as you guys can see, that is the floor done. And next thing for us to do now is for us to continue to do the bottom floor. So for this side right here, all along here, it's one giant wall, and this giant wall extends all the way to here. So this wall is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks high, 5 in total, starting from the ground. And then we, from here all the way up to there, we just basically set ourselves a block of quartz. I would do it with my hand, but there's no point because that's essentially a simple wall as it was on that side. Along the back here, we want to start from here with our block of quartz, and then we want to build this all the way across like this, all the way across. And there we go, as you guys can see. And then along the back here, what we're going to do is we're going to use our birch blocks, and then we're going to build up 2 on this side. We're going to do 1, 2 here, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then in the middle here, what we're going to do is we're going to build 10. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to build 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do 1, 2. There we go, as you guys can see. So it's 2 blocks here, 10 blocks here, 3 blocks here, 5 blocks here, 3 blocks here, 5 blocks here, and 2 blocks here. That sounds like a lot, but the black ones are 5 and 5 and 10. And this is 3 and 3 and 2 and 2. And if you get confused, you can just go back to the start of the video where I showed you the lengths, because I'm pretty sure that will help you out more than me. So now we just need to build this up, of course, with the glass. And then let's build this up with the wood. There we go. And then, yeah, let's build this up. Here we go. So as you guys can see, now that that is done pretty much, our next step is to, of course, add ourselves a floor of quartz. So just like we did along the bottom here, what we want to do is along the top here, we want to add ourselves a quartz. So starting from this edge going all the way along here, so basically in all this gap, we want to make ourselves quartz. So what I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to just use my tool and then basically fill in this entire area. I would use my hand, but like I said, don't want to be here all day. And then in this small area here, we're going to add some more quartz, but not in this area here because a tree is going to be there. So let's just do this now. Here we go. And then there we go. So that is the first floor complete, the first floor in its entirety. So now we're going to be going on to the second floor. And I wanted to do this in floors because if I start building half of this and then half of that, it's not going to work. So now that the first floor is complete, we're going to get on to building the second floor. The next step for us to do now is for us to add ourselves some stairs. Starting right here, we're going to add ourselves 2 blocks. Then we're going to fill it in with the quartz. And then we're going to add 2 more blocks. And then we're going to fill it in with quartz. Then we're going to add 2 more stairs and 2 more stairs. And underneath, we're going to fill it in with the quartz. Like that. So as you can see, there we go. The next step for us to do is to build this entire floor. Now, this is going to be pretty easy. So, yeah, we're going to start with our glass panes. And, in fact, we're going to start with our quartz blocks. So, we're going to basically build out the blocks of this house. So, essentially, what we want to do is, starting from the edge here, we want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then, on this block right here, we want to build up 1, 2, 3, 4. My bad, it's 4 blocks. And then we want to build this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As you guys can see, 7 blocks. And then, of course, what we want to do is, starting here, we want to count across 1, 2, 3, 4. And then build this wall up to the same blocks. There we go. And then we want to build this all the way across, but we're not going to do that just yet. So the next thing we want to do here is we want to, of course, continue building this second floor. Now, there's 2 parts to the second floor. There's that side and there's this side. Right now, I'm going to focus on this side, actually, because I feel like this is much easier. So what we want to do now is from here, what we want to do is we want to get our black stained glass panes and we want to build all the way across until this block, as you guys can see. And then, of course, starting here, we want to build ourselves with black glass going all the way around, literally all the way around, all the way around, keep going all the way around here, all the way around this, and then all the way until the back part. And then we want to count 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we want to leave that there on the 4th one. So that's where we leave that. So now that we've done that, we now need to continue with our build. In order for us to continue with our build, we need to start building ourselves this part right here. So with this part right here, so with this second roof part, we're just going to extend it from this point all the way until this part right here. Like this. Oh, no, wait. Just to this point right here, as you guys can see. Then what we're going to do is in this small area here, we're going to fill it in with quartz. So we're going to fill this in like this. Just fill it in. There we go. There we go, as you guys can see. And then now once that's done, we're going to add ourselves some stairs. So like we did downstairs, we're going to add ourselves some more stairs starting here at the edge. We're going to add 2. Then add 2 blocks of quartz. Then add 2. Then add 2 more blocks of quartz. Then add 2. Then add 2 more blocks of quartz. Then add ourselves some more blocks of quartz like that. And then now that that is done, we need to continue on with the rest of this build. So starting from here, we're going to start building outwards. And we're going to be building outwards with around 21 blocks. So we're going to start here. We're going to do 1, No, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 blocks. 20 blocks. So now that that's been across 20 blocks, we now need to build this all the way across to the back of the house, like this. And then now that that is there, we're going to actually join this up with this block over there. So join this up just like that. There we go-ish. Come on, there we go. And now that that's there, we're going to be filling in this area, this floor, with quartz. We're going to start here, and we're going to fill it in with quartz. And like I said, you're going to have to do this by hand. There we go. If you want to know what mod it is, it's the World Edit mod, okay? So it allows you to do things like that very quickly. So now that that's done, we're now going to do the next part of this. This wooden blocks needs to be placed here. So we're going to place 2 more pillars, 2, 2, and 2. Then around the edge, we're going to go here. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4. And then starting here, we've already placed 1. So we're going to place an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to build this to the top like this. And then there we go. And then along here, we're going to also place some more glass. If I could get here. Like this. And then build it up. And then, of course, here. And then, of course, along the back here, what we're going to do is we're going to use our birch planks. And we're going to build up 1, 2, 3. And we're going to do this all the way until the edge part right here. And it should be like that. And then we're going to join this up like this. So there we go. There we go. And join this up. So as you guys can see, there is that. That is completely done. So now that's completely done, let's continue on building this part of the house. So we're going to start from here. And then what we're going to do is using our wood, starting from this block right here. So not on the actual stairs, but starting here. We're going to start from, well, not the actual stairs, but starting here, we're going to build 2 block pillars like that. And then along here, we're going to build 7 blocks across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then along here, we're going to, so starting from the edge, count across 1. And then knock out a space for 2 doors. Then along here, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then along here, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then along here, we're going to add 2. And we're going to, of course, add this as a pillar. So add 2 pillars of birch wood. Then along the edge here, we're going to build this all the way until the end. So right here, not the actual end here, but just before it touches the end. So that's 4 blocks. Do the same on the ground. And then do the same in the middle like this. And then along here, we're going to add ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then along here, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4. So then along here, what we're going to do is we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then build this all the way to the top. And then around the edge here, we're going to connect these up. Well, not connect it up. We're going to add 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. And then 1, 2, like that. And then we're going to connect these up by placing a block right here. And then they connect up. And then so we just need to do the back window. So for the back window, it's essentially the same as the bottom. So we basically look as if the birch planks are going through this block and going to the top. And the same for here and the same for here. So starting from the edge, we're going to build up another pillar like that. Then with the birches you can see through here, we're going to continue on the pattern of 3 going straight to the top. Then we're going to do the same thing here with 3 going straight to the top. There we go. There we go. And then what we need to do is here, of course, we just need to add ourselves the glass stained paint. And then, of course, we're going to go across here like this. There we go. And then we're going to do the same here, add the glass. So it's basically the same that we did as the bottom. Like this. And then we're going to do the same what we did here. And then we're going to do the same as we did there. I'm going to do the same thing there, here, like that. As you guys can see there, we have the second floor complete. The second floor of the house is now complete. The only thing left to do, of course, is for us to add the doors, which I'll do right now. And then I'm going to do, I'll just place them there. There we go. So there's 2 doors are there. Now, the next thing for us to do is for us to do the 3rd floor. Of course, after the 1st and the 2nd, it's the 3rd floor. So for the 3rd floor, we need to make sure that we do this. And seriously, guys, I really hope this video has been recording because this is a very hard tutorial. Put a lot of time into this so far, so I'll be very angry if my recording software broke. But anyways, let's think positively. Let's continue building on. So what do we need to do now? For us to continue on this build, we need to start building, we need to start building the third floor. So for the third floor, we're going to start right here. We're going to build all the way across, and we're going to build 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to build all the way across to the edge. And then from here, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. On the 12th block, we're going to stop placing blocks there because that's the 12th block and we no longer place blocks there anymore. So we're going to come around here and we're going to continue on this design. So starting right here, we're going to start placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, as you guys can see. And then on the 6th block, what we're going to do is we're going to actually start placing a block going upwards. So this block going upwards is going to be a block of quartz. And we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And then, of course, we're going to use this block of quartz and we're going to build across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, just like that. And then what we need to do now is we need to build this across all the way to the back of the house, like this. There we go. It shouldn't extend out. It should just go to the same length as the others. And then what we need to do now is, now that that's done, I'm trying not to make this more difficult than it is. Okay, so now over here, we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in total, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we just added 6 to the original 1 placed there. And then from here, we're going to add ourselves, in fact, and starting from here, we're going to add ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, in fact, it doesn't really matter how much you're going to add. You're going all the way to the end of the build. So all the way till the end. And then we're going to extend this out to the end of the build, like that. And I'm going to extend this out all the way to the end of the build. So we're going to continue this on. There we go. Like that. And then in this area here, what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to fill this in once again with quartz. So as you can see, now that that is done, we must continue our journey. Starting on this area right here, what we're going to do is we're going to add ourselves a wall. We're going to add ourselves a block of quartz. We're going to build down here, 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to build up all the way. And as you guys can see there, we have that. Then what we need to do is we need to start building. Where should we start? Okay, let's actually continue on. Let's build here from the edge. We're going to build some stairs. 2, 2, 2, and 2. And then we need to build 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, like that. There we go. And as you guys can see, that's stairs starting from there. Then what we need to do is we need to continue on with this build. And we are going to place a pillar of birch wood here. In fact, that was actually wrong. What we're going to do is place quartz here. And then behind that, we're going to place pillars of birch planks. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, just to add some doors here. Then we're going to place some birch doors like that. Then what we need to do is from here, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, just to the edge. And then we're going to continue this on. So we're going to build all the way here until the edge of this part, but not going to the end, just to the edge like this. And then we are going to build this across. Hold on. And so essentially, before we build this all the way across with our birch planks, what we want to do is we want to once again build up, continuing from the back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, just like that. And then from here, we want to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. But in the middle here, we want to join this up. There we go. And then along here, we can just join this up across. And then along the top here, we want to join this up across. There we go. And then join this up across here. And then join this up across here, like that. And then join this up across here, like that. Join this up across here, and then yeah, just basically add yourselves the glass. I'm very bad at placing glass, as you can see, destroying everything in my path, but I'll get better. So I continue to build. There we go. Oh my god, there we go. There we go. So yeah, there we go. Then of course from here, just place 1 block here. They join up. Everything's sweet. And the last part for us to do is this part right here. So starting here, what we want to do is we want to build up with our blocks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we want to build across 5 again, like this. And then what we want to do as well is we want to take our glass across, and then we want to take our glass all the way pretty much until the edge point here. As you can see, in fact, that may be a bit confusing. So not exactly the edge. So in fact, build this glass up. So build this glass up, in fact, and then don't have it on the edge here. Just have it 1 block before the edge. And then from here, what you want to do is you want to just take this across 1, 2, 3 blocks. And then from here, what we want to do is we want to place 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. So in total, 6 blocks. And then with the 6 blocks, we want to build it all the way down, and then join this up. That makes things a lot easier. Then join this up, and then join this up. And as you guys can see, that's how you do that bit. Then of course, in here, what we want to do is we want to add ourselves a door. So we want to destroy 2 blocks area like that. Then of course, what we want to do is around here is we're going to, of course, once again, add ourselves a glass. So add ourselves the glass, add ourselves the glass here. It joins up. Do the same here, and then do the same here, and then of course do the same here. Here, join it up, and then of course around here, around the edge, what we want to do is starting here, join this up, and then just add glass around the edge. Add glass around the edge, and then add glass around the edge like that. And then that, ladies and gentlemen, is not even the house yet. We still got another floor to go. The final floor is here. So for the final floor, it pretty much is done. All we want to do now is starting here, and then starting here, place 2 blocks of stained glass panes. And then, yeah, we're going to go all the way around the edge, and we're going to place glass panes like this. There we go. Continue. There we go. And then we're gonna continue. And then we're gonna do that. There we go. So that now the house is pretty much finished. The only problem is it just lacks a bit of detail. So if you want to stop watching the video now, you can, because the house is pretty much done. But there's some extra details to make your house stand out, which I'm gonna add just now. These are the extra touches that bring the house to life. So ladies and gentlemen, let's continue on with this. So we're going to add the birch stairs. So starting here at the edge of the pool, we're going to add ourselves 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to add 1, 2, 3, just like that. Then over here, we're going to add ourselves 2 sunbeds, starting just next to the edge. 1, 2, and then 1 next to it. And then over here, we're going to add ourselves 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, just like that. Everything looking good. Then of course what we want to continue to do is add ourselves some fences, and then add ourselves some leaves. And then with the leaves, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get ourselves 1 block here, and then another block here, and then we're gonna place leaves here and leaves there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna place ourselves some birch stairs underneath here, and then we're gonna do 1, 2, and 1, 2. And then of course we're gonna add ourselves some jungle blocks. Get the jungle blocks, and then along here, all you want to do is build it up all the way up, and then build yourself a nice little jungle palm tree. There are many different trees that you can add, but all we're going to do for the jungle tree tutorial, build it all the way up just to around 5 blocks higher than the platform itself. At the top, what you want to do is add a little cross. So add a little star, not a star, but just a little heart-shaped health icon thing. And then underneath, what we're going to do is we're going to build this out. So I'm going to build 1, 2, 3, and then here 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Then of course underneath here we're gonna add 1 block, destroy that one, 2 blocks, and then destroy, just 2 blocks, then destroy that one, 2 blocks, then destroy that one. Then we do the same thing here, and oh my god, same thing here. And then in the middle we're gonna add a block here, a block here, a block here, and a block here. There we go. So and then of course for even extra detail here, we want to do is add like a diagonal block somehow, and then destroy that, and then like add that again. So going here, wow, the light looks cool. Adding a diagonal block here, and then destroying that one. If you guys see what I mean, like you just need to add another block there. And then yeah, I mean the tree is not really important. I mean it looks cool, but you know, the house is done pretty much. Yeah, this tutorial, I'm not gonna lie, it was